My name is Alejandro Argumedo. I work with Associacion Andes in Cusco, Peru. We are concerned about issues around traditional knowledge, intellectual property rights, and biotechnologies. And over the last few years, our work has addressed those issues by establishing one community managed gene banks, so the communities can have establish not only direct property and access to the resources, but also maintain this within the context of the local culture. Therefore, the coevolution of the crops with the culture is viable, and the spiritual values, the cultural values associated to farming continues. Also, we have work with the local government to develop local law in the form of we call it in Spanish reglamento that has the ban biopiracy in the region of Cusco. Also, a regional ordinance declaring Cusco a GMO-free region, one of the first ones in Peru, as well as the communities have, by action, brought back a number of varieties of potatoes from the International Potato Center, a member of the CG system. Now, this was done through an agreement, a repatriation agreement, by which CIP, the International Potato Center, restituted the rights of the communities in terms of the ownership and the benefits that CIP had accrued over time. In the last 8 years, we have repatriated around 400 different varieties of potatoes. The major challenge we face in the work is the no recognition of the laws, the customary laws that govern those crops at a community level. So our country is based on, or the constitution of our country is based on positive law, Western law that was imposed with the advent of colonization, and the laws of the indigenous laws have been relegated and are not recognized. Nonetheless, those laws are the ones that the community apply in terms of material transfers, knowledge transfers, and the values associated to crops, particularly those that relate to the spiritual content of seeds, or the cultural aspects of agriculture, from rituals to the concept or the understanding of equity at a community level. When you want to apply those concepts of justice or those concepts of equity, you don't find where to anchor them, because the national law doesn't recognize them. I think a just future would be one that accepts legal pluralism accepts that in terms of justice and equity, there's views of that are based on cultural and social and ecological realities of marginalized communities that still live and rule the interactions on the customary laws.